Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm G6PNH. In this particular video we want to have a look at the International Space Station and slow scan television. That's the ISS and SSTV. All this week the International Space Station is transmitting SSTV images on the 2 meter amateur band on a frequency of 145,800, and here's a quick look at how we can receive them. Now what we're going to need is a radio, and I'm going to use the Yaesu FT4X. Also going to need a lead, a 3.5mm jack stereo to a 3.5mm jack stereo. Now all I need to do is plug the FT4X in at one end, and the reason why I'm using FT4X is that the output socket, so the speaker socket, headphone socket, whichever you want to call it, is a 3.5mm. On the Bofang and the Quansheng, the 2.5mm, so you would need an adapter, although they're easy enough to come by. Then the other end I'm going to plug into my laptop. Now the other thing that you're going to need is some software, and you will need to download the MMSSTV from HamSoft or any other equivalent. If you want to look in more detail about how that works, then just have a look back at some of my earlier videos. But basically, once the ISS is coming overhead, you've got this on 145,800, you've got it plugged in with your lead, you've got it turned on and set to auto. It should automatically pick it up. One other thing, as long as your laptop or your PC is using the microphone for a plugged in microphone, and you'll be surprised how it works quite nicely. Now some laptops may require a 4, I don't know if you can see that, a 3.5mm adapter to a stereo. There's also another way of doing it, and that is to use your mobile phone. Again, if you look back at some of my earlier videos, you will see how to do that portable. You download a program called Robot 36 using Android. As soon as you open that up, you can hold it next to the speaker and it will decode the incoming signal. It works reasonably well. In actual fact, MMSSTV, you can put your laptop right next to your radio right next to your laptop might be a bit easier, just up to the speaker, up to the microphone, the speaker up to the microphone, and it'll decode it that way as well. For a bit more advanced, if you want the 991A and you want to plug the USB in and so on, again look back at some of my earlier videos on SSTV. But let me just show you some of the images that I did earlier. We also need to be able to track the International Space Station. Otherwise, we're going to be sat there waiting for quite a long time, just on the off chance of being able to hear it. Now, there are two websites that I like to use. The first one that you can see on the screen now is NASA's website, where you can actually track the movement of the space station. And that can be found at spotthestation.nasa.gov. The second way is to look at n2yo.com. That will give you the sightings, what the times, the predicted times really. There is one little thing to notice, that if you look on the tab at the left hand side there, it says visible passes. When you go to n2yo.com and choose the International Space Station, that may not be there. It may just say visible passes only. You may need to click on that just to see all the passes. It's worth pressing it because you'll get all the passes in instead of just the ones at night that you can see quite visibly from your location. If you want to have a look a little more closely on how it all works, then if you look back at some of my earlier videos, you'll be able to see in more detail how to connect. Also, you'll be able to have a look at like the 911A, how that connects up, how you can use USB and so on. This was primarily just to receive, the ISS. That we're not interested in transmitting at this stage. It was just a quick video on how to do it. Don't forget, it's all this week. So, with that in mind, go and have a play, go and have an experiment. See if you can pick any pictures up. So until next time, this is G6PNH, wishing you best 73s.